If your teen rolls their eyes when you walk into the room, shuts the door when you ask questions, or seems more connected to their phone than you, this isn't just a phase, it's a signal. And if you're tired of lectures that go nowhere, feeling like you're constantly walking on eggshell, then keep watching. I'm Keisha Golder, and I help moms like you build deep, unshakable connections with their teenagers by using emotional intelligence. Because we know yelling doesn't work, guilt doesn't work, and repeating the same things over and over, well, that's just exhausting. Over the years, I've seen moms break the cycle of yelling, shutting down, and feeling invisible in their own home and create trust and peace and open conversation instead. Not with perfect parenting, but with intentional parenting. And that's what we're going to walk through today. If you want to take what I'm sharing even deeper, grab my book, Bridging the Teen Gap. It's linked in the description below. And it'll help you move from stress to connection, one small shift at a time. When I first became a mom, I believed structure and rules would hold everything together. And they helped until my son hit middle school. That's when I realized rules without emotional safety create fear, not respect. I had one mom tell me I laid out everything clearly, but my daughter still lies and avoids me. And when we dug deeper, we realized her daughter was afraid to tell her the truth because she didn't feel emotionally safe. That mom wasn't mean. She was just emotionally unavailable when it mattered. Emotional safety opens the door to honest communication. It makes your teen feel like you see them, not just manage them. Tonight, instead of leading with what happened at school, ask, how did today feel? Watch the shift in your teen. And here's the thing, emotional safety means nothing if we're emotionally volatile. That brings us to the next difference. Listen, I've been there. Your teen says something wild, and that mama bear rises. But emotionally intelligent moms pause. We breathe and we respond, not react. I remember one night my son came home with an attitude and he slammed the door. Old me, instant lecture. New. I simply sat with it and later I said, that seemed like a rough night. Do you want to talk about it? That one pause changed everything. When we model emotional regulation, your teen also learns to regulate themselves. You show them how to feel without punishment. Before you respond to anything, I want you to pause. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6. Then decide what needs to be said. But what happens when we do react? When we mess up, we yell or we shut down, that's where our next habit makes all of the difference. Because emotional intelligence isn't about never getting it wrong. It's about knowing what to do after and repair. That's where real trust is built. One mom I worked with yelled during a heated argument and didn't talk to her teen for one whole day. When we spoke, I said, you don't need to fix the past. You need to reopen the door. She went back and said, I regret how I handled that. Let's try again. And her daughter cried, not because she was hurt, but because she felt seen. Repair teaches our teens that even when it gets messy, you're still in a safe space. That's emotional security in action. After a conflict, I want you to say this to your team. I want to check in, not rehash, but to reconnect. I give the exact language to repair moments like this in my book, Bridging the Teen Gap. If you've ever wondered how to fix it when things go off the rail, this book is for you. And the best way to reduce how often you need to repair is to validate your teen before jumping to guidance. This is the step that most of us were never taught. We want to help, solve, fix. I used to jump straight to fixing mode. Here's what you should do, and then spell out every step that they needed to take to fix. But I learned fast that advice without validation lands like criticism. I remember a moment when my son was clearly frustrated about something that seemed so small and trivial to me. But instead of minimizing it, I said, "That sounds overwhelming." And instantly, his body language shifted. He felt hurt. Validation doesn't mean that you agree, it means you see. That must have been really frustrating, or I can understand why you're upset. One mom told her son, "You're overreacting." Guess what? He didn't speak to her for 2 days. Another mom said, "That must have been a lot." And her son told her the whole story. Use this phrase. That makes sense. Do you want to figure it out together? And the only way you can validate is if you stop assuming you already know what's going on. That brings us to our fifth and final habit. Emotionally intelligent moms lead with curiosity, not control. They don't say, "You better not have." They say, "Help me understand what happened." It's a big difference. Assuming shuts the door. Questions crack it open. I asked my son before, "Do you want advice or do you just need me to listen?" And more times than not, he says, "Just listen." And guess what? I do. It is so easy to assume that you know what's going on. But us emotionally intelligent parents don't jump to conclusions. We ask questions like, "What would help right now? Do you want advice or a listening ear?" When I started doing this, my son actually started coming to me more, not less, because I wasn't forcing connection, I was inviting it. Questions create emotional space, and space invites the truth. Replace "why didn't you" with "what got in the way." Just that shift can soften the whole tone. So now we've seen all five things, but here's what I want you to really understand. These five behaviors: emotional safety, responding, not reacting, repair, validation, and curiosity, are not random. They work together. They build a strong bridge from your heart to your teams. Emotionally intelligent moms and dads create safety. They regulate themselves. They repair when things break. They validate before they guide, and they ask more than they assume. And you know what? You can start this today, not because you're failing, but because you care enough to grow. Think of it like a bank account. Every emotionally intelligent choice is a deposit. And when conflict comes, you've built enough trust to cover the withdrawal. I want you to take some time and think about which of these you already do and which one of these feel like the next step. If this video makes you feel like, you know what? This is what I've been missing. Go grab your copy of Bridging the Teen Gap. It walks you through these steps deeper with examples, scripts, and even mindset shifts that start using right now. The link is in the description. Before you go, I want you to know this. Being an emotionally intelligent mom isn't about getting it right every time. It's about choosing connection over control, one moment at a time. Your teen still wants your love, your voice, your presence. They just want it wrapped in emotional safety. Now, if you want to keep building this emotional connection, watch the next video. How to read your teen's silent signals. No more wrong guesses. Because it's the same link to understanding your teen's silence and how to break through. I'll see you guys over there.